Chitta Chora Yasodhara Ashram, Navanita Chora Goma. Chitta Chora Yasodhara Ashram, Navanita Chora Goma. Goma,
Namaste, and welcome to this beautiful temple of light at the ashram. I am Swami Satyananda, and in our weekly offerings of satsangs, we are inviting our wider community to come together at this time through the bhajans, through the mantras, through the light. And in a sense, we're all holding this space and the ashram and everything that's happening here, the daily hum of the karma yoga, of the bees in the flowers, the opening blossoms, the geese flying overhead, just to give you a sense of what's happening here. And though many of you are not physically here with us, you're here with us in the light, and we're all holding this sacred space together. Namaste. In this part of satsang, we're honoring the light and the light of wisdom that has come through our teachers and the examples that they've given us of living the teachings. And we ask that our sense perceptions be purified by divine light so that we can recognize this light within ourselves and within each other. And so you can imagine that the flame is in front of you, and passing your hands over the flame, feeling the warmth, and touching each of your 5 senses. And the hands can move over the head, purifying the mind, and asking that all of our sense perceptions be purified in divine light.
Bhagavan
this time in Satsang, we chant a mantra. And mantra is words of power. And so these words of power, these mantras, have an effect on us, and they also are rippling out into the world and asking for healing for those who've asked to be on the prayer list, and also wherever that's needed in the world. The mantra that we'll be chanting is Hari Om, and it is a healing mantra. And Hari is also the name for Krishna. And Krishna symbolizes that taking away of our attachments, anything that we're attached to that is getting in the way of us recognizing that divine love that's there for us wherever we are. And especially today when we're chanting, we'd like to bring to mind all of those who are helping us in this time of the pandemic and taking risks for us so that we can really be present with the reason why we are staying at home or whatever we're doing to support this time together. So I invite you to prepare for the mantra, closing your eyes, focusing on the breath and the space between the eyebrows. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
a few days ago, there were a number of us who came together to dance the Harashiva dance. And as I was listening to and experiencing the dance and the rhythm and the sound, the vibration, I had this sense that the sounds and rhythms of the dance were rippling out to everyone connected with the ashram and what it symbolizes. And so Swami Radha brought the prayer dance as a devotional practice back with her from India in the 1950s. And she knew from her own experience that the prayer dance is a bridge to the divine. And so the sacred dance became part of the foundation of the teachings at the ashram. And the dance, as well as the practice of Hatha Yoga, are a way to experience the body as a spiritual tool. And so Swami Radha often talked about the dance connected to the dance of life. And I'm going to read some of her words. She asks, what is dance? Dance is movement. Life is movement. Life is not a straight line. Can you make your way of living a dance? Can you move gracefully around the obstacles wherever you happen to find yourself? So at the ashram, we're learning, in a way, a new dance. A new dance during this time of closure. And sometimes it's challenging, and sometimes it's very humorous in what we're doing. And so it's that dance of the physical distancing, the dance of washing hands, the dance also, most importantly, how to stay together as a community, how to keep that connection with our community. And so we've been doing that. We've learned how to do that through the teachings and to continue that and opening to the new ways of doing this. And so during this time of unknown, we are building on what we do know. And I think that's a really important message to have at this time. We all have experiences of being in the unknown, moving through the unknown, and drawing on that so we can trust that something new is going to happen. And with the temple, the experience that we had as the community, the first temple went through the fire. And we didn't know, why is this happening? But the important thing is that we kept moving. We kept moving, using the practices, using the light, everything to help inform us. And today we have this amazingly beautiful temple as a reminder. And so recently I had a dream, and in the dream I was given a drawing of Radha and Krishna. And there was a dance connected with this. And so there were new movements in this dance. And I was dancing with others, and we were all learning these new movements. And it felt kind of awkward, and it felt kind of clumsy, and not knowing the whole dance. But we were in it, we were involved and engaged. So like learning any new dance, it takes time and it takes patience. And tapping into that rhythm. What is it going to be? What's being created? And so our practices are a time to really connect with this time of vision, of creating something new. And so it's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel clumsy at times. But just knowing that everybody in the world, in some way or another, is learning, and in this place of learning, whether recognized or not. And so during this time of pause, something new can be created. And here at the ashram, we've been reflecting recently about limitation and specifically about this time and what are the limitations. And also within that, what's the abundance? What's the wisdom? So we all have this chance and this opportunity to experience the dance of life and to bring something new forward at this time. We're all part of this creation story. And so I'd like to bring us back to Swami Radha's questions. Can you make your way of living a dance? Can you move gracefully around the obstacles wherever you find yourself? So I'd like to lead us in a short visualization, closing your eyes, connecting with your breath, and relaxing into the rhythm of your breath. And visualize a lotus in your heart center. And see the petals of this lotus opening in the light. See and feel the petals opening in the light. Yoga is dance, the dance of life. When the deeper meaning of that phrase penetrates the mind, the seeker tastes the honey deep inside the lotus.
Krishna dance the Leela, dance with me, dance with me. Krishna dance the Leela, dance with me, dance with me. Your Radha ways, here in the forest. Your Radha ways, here in the forest.
Prasad is a time in Satsang to receive the sweetness and the grace in whatever way that comes to us. And it's interesting that at this time in the world, our hands have such prominence, and the awareness about how we're using them and that sense of touch. And so to remember that sacredness of our hands and the potential that we have for learning at this time and receiving the sweetness and the grace. So you can imagine, close your eyes, holding your hands in a receptive way, and imagine receiving the grace and the sweetness of your day. It's being placed in your hands. And repeating the Divine Mother prayer, O Divine Mother, may all my speech and idle talk be mantra, all actions of my hands be mudra, all eating and drinking be the offering of oblations unto thee, all lying down prostrations before thee. May all pleasures be as dedicating my entire self unto thee. May everything I do be taken as thy worship. Thank you for joining us for Satsang, and may you carry the dance of light in your heart as you enter back into your lives and into this very special time. Namaste.